Hello, hello. Welcome back to Spiritual Warrior Tarot. I am here doing the 12 zodiac sign readings for the month of April 2021. And this reading will be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. And remember, this is a general read. It's not going to fit with everybody. So check your birth chart for other signs, prominent signs, and then check out those readings as well. And remember not to get hung up on the gender of the cards, as we all have male and female energy within. So Taurus, what I saw during my meditation was Taurus kind of dancing and then running at full speed, and I heard go for it. So we'll see what comes out. I just felt like maybe there's something you guys are really excited about doing. Or maybe you're just ready to go after being in the winter, kind of taking it slow in the winter time and being really quiet and contemplation, and now you've realized what you've needed to realize, and you've come into new ideas about something, and you're just really ready to go. So let's see what comes out for you. And I will be doing the way that I've been doing it, with the one card as your overall here and then your journey reading. So let's get into it, Taurus. Right, so let's get these cards going. Spirit, please give me a card for Taurus. All right, so, how fitting. Taurus, what we have for you is the Death Rebirth card. So this is exactly what it says, straight up, death and rebirth. This is about, transformation. And I can't help but connect that baby in the egg waiting to hatch to what I was feeling in terms of you've been sitting all winter and contemplating and having new realizations about things, and now you're ready. You've really gone through a change, and now you're ready to be reborn from the ashes like a phoenix. I feel like there's old things that needed to die away for you to come into the realizations that you've come into. And it's almost like the old past you that no longer serves you, you've shed, and now you're ready to rehatch yourself. This is great. I love this, Taurus. This is amazing. So happy that this is here for you. Transformation on the horizon. All right, so Taurus, let's get into your journey reading. And, if you've been to my channel, you know how it goes. And I'll just let you know, we're doing the journey reading. And it's basically to kind of show where your energies are in terms of what you're leaving behind and what you're heading towards. And, just remember, we all have free will. So this isn't set in stone. You need to take action towards your goals. And we all have free will. So it really depends on you and what you choose to do with the message. Into it for you, Taurus. Okay, Spirit, please give me a journey reading for Taurus. The month of April 2021. Okay, I had to close my window. Spirit, please give me Taurus. Okay, so Taurus, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands, and this is all about perseverance and not giving up. And so in the book of the Shadowscapes Tarot, this particular card, it talks about how this general here is with all of his soldiers on the outskirts of their realm, and they've waited throughout the whole darkness, like throughout the night, and now the sun has risen and they're still here protecting their realm, and they're not going to give up on that. And so that's kind of, again, I'm kind of seeing like to where you've kind of, I'm feeling you've been in a space where you've just been like still for a little while, maybe contemplating how you want to move forward, what you want to do. But in general, this is about not giving up and still standing strong. So this is really great. I feel like whatever it is you're working on, you have such strength and conviction towards, so that's really going to help you in terms of going after it and staying steady on the course. All right, so the first 3 cards out are the leaving cards, and they represent what you're leaving behind as you set out on this journey. But more often, and they can be 3 different things, so more often than not I just get a story. So let's see here. Okay, so the first card out we have is 4 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Pentacles is like a, some say it's like a greedy energy, but this is really about, in a general sense, this is about, being focused on your money, and like that's where all of your like energy is going and your focus, and almost to the point where you kind of like alienate yourself from other people. Like he's alone here, this dragon, and he's kind of like, in the book it's like talks about how he's like, mine, this gold is mine, and that's just, it's not necessarily always greedy. Sometimes it is, but I don't feel that right now. I feel like this is you, like you've been focusing on your money, and you've kind of maybe been alone or kind of separated yourself from other people around you because this is where you want your focus to be, or like that's where you've just really been thinking a lot about is your foundation and your money. Like sometimes this can be like a lack mindset too, like in terms of like you're like holding on. This is like holding on, and maybe you've been like really holding on to something. Maybe this is, for some of you, this could be like you holding on to that idea, that creative project or whatever it is that you want to go towards, and you really like have all your focus in that spot. And then we have the Queen of Swords, and so this is all about cutting away what no longer serves you, Taurus. And sometimes this is a cold energy, or people say that it's a cold energy, like they feel that, because the Queen of Swords, like she doesn't use emotion to decide. Like emotion is a factor a little bit, but most of all it's like logic. It's like, okay, does this work for me or does it not work for me? Like, does this make me feel good or does it not make me feel good? And then she like bases that decision to cut it out on that. Yes or no. Is it working? Is it not? Nope. Okay, bye. And so some people may see that as cold, but it's really like about doing what you need to for yourself and putting up boundaries. And I just kind of feel like maybe some of you Tauruses, you've just really been alone, or like not really socializing with a lot of other people. Like I just feel like you're like really concentrated on your foundation and cutting out things that no longer serve you, especially with the Death card here. Like this correlates to that to me in terms of like, okay, like I'm done with the old stuff that does not work. I'm ready to do something new. And then the third card we have is the King of Pentacles. And so the King of Pentacles, very stable. He's focused on building for himself. He's a great builder, and he's very supportive and nurturing. He nurtures his ideas and he goes after them, and he builds slowly and steady for himself a very great, stable, strong foundation. And so I just feel like in general, Taurus, like what this is telling me, I feel like you've really been hunkered down. You've really been like focusing on like a project or something you want to build for yourself. And you've also been like in your head, maybe doing like an inventory, like, okay, this needs to go, this can stay, this needs to go, but this can stay. And you're really putting all of your energy in filtering out things that no longer work for you because there's this new energy coming in. I just feel that very strongly. There's like newness coming in for you, and you're about ready to walk away from this slow, still awareness is really the only word that's coming, like to where you're like, okay, like I need to be in this space right now, especially with all of us coming out of the winter. We're now in Aries season, and that's like a ready to go type of energy. And January and February was, a little turbulent for people because Aquarius, January in Aquarius, that's mental, that's air energy, and it's like trying to get you to see and realize all of the things that like aren't working for you anymore, and like how you were betraying yourself to be accepted. And then Pisces season's like very dark and emotional, and the void and feminine energy, watery energy, and so that can be really heavy for some people sometimes. So I just feel like maybe you were in this stillness, especially in the winter, and now you're kind of starting to move. So the why you're being led on this journey. This is beautiful. We have the star, Taurus. This is great. The star is the Aquarius card, but this is about your purpose. The star is like realizing who you are, what you bring to the table, how beautiful you are, what you deserve. This is having faith and hope in yourself to, go after what your purpose is and really stand in that and believing in yourself. And so that's really why you're being led on this journey. I feel like you're about to really come into your own, into your purpose, Taurus. This is beautiful. The star, like the lantern leading you down this path, is you have the 8 of Swords. So I feel like where you were feeling stuck, you're not going to feel that anymore, and you're almost going to come into this realization of like breaking free, especially with this death and rebirth card here. Like the baby in the egg is literally about ready to hatch. And so I feel like maybe you were in a position, especially in those darker winter months, if you are in the northern hemisphere of the planet, where it's really dark, you can't go anywhere, maybe you feel stuck, especially with COVID. And I feel like that's why they're like that's the light leading you down this path. And you have some guides around you. You see the hummingbird right above the swan there. That represents like spirit or your guides being like, hey, like this is a self-imposed mental prison. It's fear. It's not real. It's an illusion. Because in the book it says how the hummingbird speaks to the swan down below and says, hey, if you just stop flailing, you'll see that there's just one branch. If you just push it down, you'll be able to be free. So I feel like that's why they're leading you down this journey. They're leading you to your purpose and to break free of fears and things that were holding you trapped. Maybe that had to do with money and like feeling like you needed to just worry about your money. And maybe you were like in this position where you're just like worried. And so, Taurus, the challenge for you, we have the King of Cups. For some of you, this may be an actual person around you. The King of Cups is somebody who's very loving and supportive, and he's so loving, and he's very emotional, but he doesn't really express that too well. Kind of like holds in his emotions. So like, this could be a person for you, but Taurus, what I'm feeling very strongly is like, maybe the challenge for you is going to be really being able to express your emotions to yourself in a truthful way and to shine yourself out, because the King of Cups kind of guards himself. He's kind of guarded. And there's a lot of emotions going on inside of him. And for the most part, he's in control of them, but it's to the point where he's just like built this wall in front of him. And in the book it talks about, the king says, drink from my sacred waters, that bowl he's holding, and be cleansed. So I feel like for some of you, Taurus, your emotions are a challenge for you. Why is the King of Cups here as a challenge for Taurus? Well, the King of Cups popped out and he went back in. So, anything else? Anything else? All right. Ah, I see. Okay, so what I'm getting with the cards that came out is that maybe your emotions like overwhelm you, and you have a hard time controlling your emotions and keeping yourself out of a state of fear, because the Hangman showed up, but he's in the reverse. So this is, that's the Hangman, what he normally looks like, and the Hangman goes upside down and becomes awakened to a new perspective, because he's taken the time to slow down and he sees a new perspective by literally being upside down and being suspended and still. And so with this being reversed, I just feel like maybe you're kind of avoiding coming out of your stillness. I'm just really feeling like avoiding coming out of your stillness to like face this new perspective, because it's like you get this new perspective and then you then from there, you will act in a new way. You will have new beliefs. You will take action in a new way because you've gotten this new perspective. And what I'm feeling is like your emotions are really, maybe you've been having a hard time really coming out of the Pisces season where it's really emotional and you've gotten all these realizations, and now it's time to move. And maybe, maybe you're like having a hard time with this. For others of you, this could be, you're really ready to start going, because sometimes when the Hangman is in upright, it's like he's stagnant. So with it being upside down, I feel like maybe some of you are like kind of hesitant to come out, but you're ready to come out of that. And I see that like you just have fears of money and being left out in the cold and being rejected, and maybe things not working out for you. And then we have the Ace of Swords that came out as well. So in a general sense, these three cards that are clarifying the King of Cups, the King of Water, what I get is like you're still a little timid. You're a little afraid to kind of come out of this shell, out of this stillness that you've been in. But with this Ace of Swords here, it lets me know a breakthrough and new ideas and clarity is coming for you once you take control of your emotions. And then the outcome, or the destination we have, is the Emperor, Taurus, and this is really great. This lets me know that if you're able to let go of this lack mindset and take control of your emotions and then come into this new way of thinking, this new truth, this new clarity, and new way of thinking, it's going to bring you into Emperor status. Like this is taking control of your life. This is order out of chaos. This is being in charge. This is like really creating for yourself and being an entrepreneur as well. And I can't help but see that he has the world in his hands there as well. So this is really great in a general sense for you, Taurus. What I feel is like you're really ready. You're ready. If you're scared, just know that that's just your ego. That's your ego trying to keep you safe, because what you're about to go into after this rebirth is unknown to you. So that's a little scary. Your ego's going to try to protect you, but you don't need to be afraid. It's an illusion, kind of like this. Like this is that hummingbird, like you're not really stuck. You're not really stuck, So, I just feel really good about this. Why is this star here for Taurus? Wow. Oh, this is so beautiful. So the Page of Pentacles is at the bottom. So this is like maybe some of you are like learning new things, or you have learned a lot in your time of stillness. This is like a new opportunity in terms of like moving forward and building for yourself in your life. And the Strength card came out, clarifying the star. This is beautiful, Taurus. This lets me know that like you have what it takes to go into this great unknown and rebirth yourself and to realize your purpose. You are so strong. I mean, the Taurus is the bull. Like, there's nothing that you guys need to be afraid of, because I feel like also for some of you, this time alone, like this winter stillness time that you've taken to reflect, has made you stronger. It's maybe made you realize some like the direction you want to go in terms of your purpose, and like you have the strength to do so. Like, I love that that is there. It's gorgeous. So, Four of Cups at the bottom. Don't miss this opportunity, Taurus, okay? Wow. Okay, so... Wow. Okay, so the first thing that I saw that came out was the Nine of Cups, so wish fulfillment, but I got 3 more cards, so let me just tell you this. What I was clarifying was this Eight of Swords, this like stuck, scared energy. I see where you've been, Taurus. Anxiety, sleepless nights, fear, all of that. You're ready to cut it out. The Queen of Swords is here again. You've seen what's holding you back and you're ready to cut it out. And then justice comes in for you to balance. A balance is coming in for you when you cut away those fears and all those things that are holding you back and keeping you from coming out of your shell into this new rebirth. And it brings you wish fulfillment. Oh, Taurus, I love it. So good. So, so good. Ooh, ooh. Oh, God. That flipped, but that went back. Okay. So, more balance. I really feel like balance is coming in for you, Taurus. And, you know, maybe when you were, I just feel like you weren't really giving enough to yourself with this. Okay. So I just had a bunch of cards come out for this, so bear with me. Wow. Okay. So again, fears and anxieties here, but also don't be afraid to go into this unknown, Taurus, because when you do, the light of the moon shines on your subconscious and it helps you to bring into light things that you didn't realize were there and things that will help you to grow. And then we have the Page of Pentacles really wanted to come out. He's here again. He came out. So there's a new opportunity here for you in terms of learning something new and going after something new, your purpose. And then we have the Page of Cups. So emotional fulfillment comes along with that. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune. So divine timing at play, good luck, good news coming in. So this is great. This is just telling me that like this is where you're headed for, Taurus, your destination. If you can embrace this change, this new beginning for you, this rebirth for you, and walk into the unknown with no fears, the moon, the light of the moon will shine a light on all of those subconscious things and help you to realize so many things. And then you'll be able to start going after your purpose and taking that opportunity and making everything you can out of it. And then it'll bring you wish fulfillment. And then the Wheel of Fortune, that's just so great. I don't think I really need to say much more than that. So, Taurus, in a general sense, come out of this wintry, still hibernation, gestation period that you've been in with so much love for yourself and strength, and knowing that once you cut away the things that no longer serve you, fears, bad behaviors, bad thoughts, all of those things, you're gonna realize what your purpose is. You know, go into this unknown, this new rebirth, this newness with so much love, and there would be nothing to be afraid of. Nothing. This is really great, Taurus. I hope this was helpful. These are your messages for April 2021. I'm so happy to see this for you. It just lets me know that you are so strong and you're going towards your purpose. So this is really great. I'm so happy. So embrace this new rebirth that's coming in for you with this energy. And I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments if this resonated with you or not. And if it did not, please check your birth chart for other prominent signs. Check out those readings as well. And I will see you soon, Taurus. Take care.